Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, not what I expected. Not what I expected at all. Yesterday, I was working in the power shed. Imagine that, Tim working in the power shed. I do a lot of that. And I heard a car drive up. And because I live on the ridge. I've got posted signs everywhere. And I still have those 5-gallon buckets of rabbit poo at the entrance, posted signs on those. And so when I do not expect people to drive up here ever, right? Unless they're invited. So a car comes driving up, and I don't recognize. I come out of the power shed, and a young man gets out of it and says, "Am I at the right place?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. It depends on who you are." He said, "I'm the state electrical inspector." I said, was not expecting you. You see, I came by here earlier, and you weren't here yet. Remember, I was coming from Meredith yesterday, and I was already starting to work. He came back again, apparently, and he said, "Yeah, I'm here to do your rough-in inspection." I'm like, yeah, I never got a call. I didn't know you're here. I was going to have all of the panels open, everything open where they could look inside. And he's like, "Well, we can just do what we can do." I said, "Okay." Starting off on the wrong foot, I'll tell you that. So I take him around. I'm going to just kind of do you like I did him. I said, "Yeah, I've got a 48 solar panel array here. It's this carport system by Chico USA. I've got 3 6000 XP EG4 inverters. I got 12 EG4 LLS batteries and server racks. And let me just take you in here and see. Of course, I got my trench right here, with 24 inches deep in most places. These are all just temporary wires. All that'll be prettied up, for the final inspection. I took him in here, and I actually was still working. I hadn't really opened. Didn't have the 200 amp panel open. Didn't have any of this open for him to see, and yeah. So I showed him, what this looked like and everything, and this is where it gets crazy, guys. And you're getting a sneak peek of what's going on here right now. Later today, I'm hoping to have a video out on RidgeLife of what I was just working on in there. And that's, it was pretty funny. There were some pretty funny moments in it. But yeah, he said, "I do have a problem." I said, "What?" He said, "I've only got one rough-in inspection here on my list for you." And he says, "You got 2 to do." And I'm like, 2? What are you talking about, 2? He says, "You've got your open trenches that have to be inspected. And then, of course, you've got your solar project." And I'm like, yeah. And I talked to this was the like assistant to the state electrical inspector. He does electrical inspections. He's authorized and everything. But he said, I said, "Well, I talked to the other gentleman, the older gentleman, and he said next time he comes out for the rough-in, he would just do both." Well, I didn't understand when he said do both, he meant he would still have to have 2 rough-in permits. Again, I've never done residential, guys. I don't know about all this permitting system. And in industry, we didn't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So he said, "You're not going to be able to get one of your inspections done today." So he said, let's call up the head guy. So we called the head guy up, and super nice guy. He said, "Well, you've only got 1 rough-in permit on the system, so we can only complete 1 today." And he said, "You got your trenches open. Let's go ahead and get the trenches done, and that way you can get them covered up. And we'll just have to see about your electrical rough-in for the main system." And I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna draw out. I mean, so they showed up, but the results were definitely unexpected. Now, I will say this. I hear a cop out there on the highway. I live miles from the county highway. But when you go back around as the crow flies, there's a county highway just a mile that way. And I hear them going by there. When I say highway, county road, not a county, Anyway, so what are we gonna do? Well, for one thing, I'm gonna cover up the trenches. I mean, we had rain yesterday, and it actually came down pretty hard. The wind was just a whipping and a blowing, but luckily it didn't rain too much to get the trenches too wet. Not too wet at all. I am gonna have to dig up this area right here so I can rearrange the well head conduit more in front of the wellhead there. Dig that up, and then I'll be able to start getting the backhoe and pulling in all this dirt, and then using the front end loader to push the gravel back where it goes. That's probably what I'll do. I'll use the backhoe to pull the dirt in, and then the front end loader to push the gravel. At least that's the plan, maybe. But what about my rough-in inspection for the house? I mean, for the solar shed. Well, I will say this. I did have to go back in the system, and the system is crazy. I actually was in front of the computer, and I called the state electrical inspector. I said, I'm having a hard time here. It wants me to start all over just to add this rough-in inspection. And he said, yeah, I'm actually on hold with one of them right now, trying to get another problem figured out on the state online inspections thing. So apparently it's a known issue. Because the weird thing is, when I went to fill out my electrical permit, there is not an off-grid option. I actually had to call the state when I was filling it out. I said, I'm trying to fill it out, and it says you must put in a electrical provider. And I mean, God is my electrical provider, and God was not in the drop-down list. The sun, And she said, no, the system requires you to put who your electrical provider would be if you connected to them. So that would be Chickasaw Electric for me. And even though I'm not using Chickasaw Electric, and they're not going to come out here, they're not going to inspect, they're not doing nothing, right? But I still had to put it on there. But yeah, so that was unexpected, but I am making the best of it. I will, once I do the RidgeLife video of pulling in all of this, I'll give you more details on what ended up having to happen for the rough-in inspection. I think I've got it resolved, and I'm gonna leave it into that video on RidgeLife. Of course, I'll talk about it on Ramblings afterwards. But I did want to give you guys a heads up right now that they did come out. They came out unexpected, and it did not end as I had planned. But I can cover up the trench. That is a good thing. What happens with the rough-in, you'll just have to wait and see. I do have the air conditioner going on the ridge crib, and it is so hot here in West Tennessee. It has been 100% humidity pretty much every day, and of course the rain coming and going makes it just as humid. And of course I think we had 110 heat index. And oh, another thing, guys, I told you I hurt my knee bowling the other day. At least I think that's how I hurt it. Check this out. I got me a new brace in it's a 4-strap brace, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the back of my knee is swole up. That Baker's cyst, I guess, is a fluid pocket. And then when I bend my knee down and then straighten my knee out, it pops under my kneecap, my patella. And it's very disconcerting. Last night, I laid on the ridge crib couch watching TV, and it started hurting. And I had to take some more medicine. I'm just taking ibuprofen and sodium naproxen. So I'm hoping I don't have to go get an MRI and all that. I'm gonna baby it. I got a lot of tractor work to do, so sitting on the tractor shouldn't be too bad for it. I got to fill in all these trenches. The work I'm doing right now and yesterday in the power shed, I'm sitting on the stool for most of it, so that's good. I'm not squatting down. And that, again, I think you're gonna like that video. I'm gonna try to get it out later today. So when you watch this, check for a RidgeLife video of work in there. It's finalizing stuff, guys. It's finalizing stuff. But I'm hoping I can let it heal up and not have to go get an MRI. That's the plan, at least. I do have a dentist appointment tomorrow afternoon, and then I'll be going over to the farm. I almost said Meredith. I'm going over to the farm for RidgeLife Live, and maybe I'll tell you a little bit more information on the RidgeLife Live. Tonight, I believe Grandma Carol is making homemade chicken pot pie, and Gavin's coming over. He likes that homemade chicken pot pie. So Gavin's coming over, and we'll get to eat that. And I'm hoping I have all this done. I'll have this rambling video done for you. I'll have the work inside the power shed, and of course, then I'm gonna start getting on the tractor. I probably won't get the ditches, the trenches all done today. I'll have to finish those up tomorrow before I go to the dentist. And then I'll get that video out to you very, very soon too. And again, I'll talk more on that video about the electrical permit, because I'm leaving something out. You know Tim, he's always got to be a little bit of a tease, right? I'm leaving something out. But goodness gracious, I'm just excited. I'm also excited about getting the new chickens over here next week. I thought about doing them this week. I think I'm gonna wait till next week, now that the electrical permit people came out. Actually, I don't touch anything. I don't want to get shocked. What's up, Sylvia? You're the one I worry about. There's Sunset over there, and Luna. She's broody now. She's the black copper Moran. But Sylvia, she's the head dog, even though she's been injured by the dogs. Head dog injured by the dog. It's funny. She's the one I'm gonna worry about the pecking order messing up with all the other chickens. She's kind of the Eclipse of the, Eclipse are a Frisian horse. He's a punk. He's a butthead. Well, she's a punk. She's the punk in the mix here. But I can see I got my condensation coming down. Drip, drip, drip. Air conditioner is working fine. Do have the yard mowed, but I cannot get out and weed eat right now with my knee. I'm glad, actually, the day I mowed, I'm glad I didn't weed eat, because I think that whole day I might have just messed up my knee, because I was doing a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't have, between working out here, squatting down in the power shed, going bowling. Grandma Carol said I put a bird feeder up for her, and I was jamming the thing in the ground, stomping on it with my bad leg, and she said, "Maybe you did it there." I said, "I don't think so." But yeah, I got a lot of weed eating here. You hardly ever see my yard look like this. Normally I got it all mowed and pretty in the summertime, but lots going on, that's for sure. But I know one thing I am excited to get all of this cleaned up. That way I can get my fire pit back set up the way I like it, all my chairs. Of course, I got a fire ready for the fire pit. Once I get this in, maybe I'll have Meredith and the kids come over, Grandma Carol, and we'll have a little barbecue and a celebration. I know we're definitely gonna celebrate when I get the electrical permit finalized. Oh, guys, one more thing. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. They had a problem with my mini split. They had a problem with my mini split. They didn't have any problem with my temporary wires and my power generators and stuff, solar generators. I'm glad they didn't have any problems with those, because that's what's keeping air conditioner on right now. And I did actually have to run the generators last night, because I was working out here and it was so hot. I had the air conditioner going all day, and then last night I saw it was probably not going to make it through, so I had to run the generator to top off the power generator to have air conditioning, because, oh goodness gracious, guys, it has been a hot one. All right, guys, I am going to finish up, get this video up to you, finish up the inside the power shed, get that video up to you, and then I'm going to get on old Blue and start having her put this dirt back where it goes. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and it's good news and bad news, actually. Good news, I get to cover the trench up. Bad news, rough-in inspection. I guess I need 2 of them. And wait till you hear what happened. Wait till you hear what happened. So if you did like today's video, give it a big old thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. Hit that notification bell. Be notified anytime a new video comes out. And as always, hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling and go Ridge Life. Woo!